programs Nko plenty news and current affairs. Everything is in one.
Brightness Radio. Express, exhibit, explore.
Okay, definitely. Today is another Biggest Friday to celebrate the world of sport this morning again. Okay, check your time, check your calendar. In the month of June. Okay, let's celebrate the world of sport this morning again and talk about sport, talks about transfer updates, and also in the world of boxing. Also, we are going into the world of boxing. Okay, as I'll not be doing this alone in the building, I also have Daniel Olire in the building. Okay, now we heard about the news about the basketball. After the trending news yesterday about the Tigers, I may not wear Nigerian green and white again, the Tigers player says. Okay, let's talk about it this morning, Mr. Daniel, about the FIBA basketball. Now, Mali will be replacing Nigeria for the upcoming 2022 Women's Basketball World Cup in Australia. And then in the news also, we also have federal government set to inaugurate basketball committee. I think they should just allow this player to play the World Cup before they can ban those teams.
Well, to me, they let me say those committee with like that are in control of the basketball. I think they are not serious because in the sense that they've banned Nigerian players from playing everywhere because they don't know in basketball because they don't know who will be the president.
Yes.
So these girls, I think they are let me say for now they are still the best in Africa because they won the women Afro
But
basketball.
is that the best way to suspend them from playing the World Cup?
No, it's not the best to actually. The reason they suspended them was because maybe there's fight between the leaders of the board of the basketball committee. So by suspending them, these girls now they said they are not it's not sure they will be wearing the green and white jersey again. So I think this will really affect Nigeria because it's not really a good thing. And now Nigeria has been Mali has
replaced Nigeria.
So
the next World Cup.
Even if they change their minds, Mali has already been placed there. So nothing they can do again. Well, to me, Nigeria should just improve in every sport activities they are doing.
In every sport aspect we have in Nigeria, I believe only football and basketball stay as higher rates. Although we have plenty sports, but to me, I think football and basketball is the one we faced.
Yes.
But looking at it, the aspect of football is not encouraging itself. Now, talk less of basketball. Okay. Now, Mali will be replacing. I think they will just decide, although the deed has been done already, nothing to do about that.
It's even 2 years.
It's even 2 years. And then even though these people gave Nigeria another thought, if you can still decide, they can still join. But now the news has came out that they have been replaced by Mali in the next World Cup. I think
and it is sure that this Nigerian basketball team will lose players.
And then they will be setting new panel, new committee today. It is 10-man committee set by the Federal Minister of Youth and Sport Development. Development to manage the Nigerian Basketball Federation will be inaugurated on Saturday in Abuja.
After they have been
banned.
Hi. Nigeria.
It is well. It is well. Okay, let's talk about 3 SC chaos that happened on Wednesday. Thank God, Mr. Daniel was on the pitch to watch the match, and then I believe you can explain what actually happened that day to us.
Sure. Okay, at first when the match started, I think Remo Stars was given a penalty shootout, which some people said it doesn't worth it, and some people said this is a clear penalty. But let's just say about what really happened. Let me say MPFL as a whole and LMC. Now, some people are saying the referee is biased, referee is this and that. I think that's what really caused the fight that day, because to me, the referee was biased. He was biased because, let me say, he's always blowing against Shooting Stars.
I learned that the referee was from North.
Yeah, it's from Kano State. The referee was from Kano State. So I think they said he was one that officiated against Gombe.
Okay.
And that caused problem there. Then Shooting Stars against Gombe. Also against Remo Stars again. Same thing. He was biased. And so after the match, when the fans were like showing their this thing to the people, so the police were just saying everybody should calm down, that this is not what should be done here. And so they said, Remo Stars players will not go out of the stadium except they beat them. And we know beating, well, that's African mentality, beating, fighting, I think that's what they know. But after on, when the case of Toby Adepoju Samuel happened, when where I was that day, people were saying that is the ref. They thought Toby Adepoju was the ref. That it was the match commissioner, that did the match. So they said that is him. So as he was coming out of the stadium, he was attacked by fans, throwing bottles to him, stuff like that. But him was just trying to escape by running to the policemen. So when he gets to the policemen, people still do not stop. They start throwing bottles again. So at that moment that they were throwing the bottle, the police started shooting, spraying up, So
okay,
they shot, yeah. The police shot that day because they were shooting up.
Tear gas
and shooting, shooting. Well, let's thank God that we are alive. Yeah, no life was lost, but well, let's thank God. But so during that shooting, that's when everywhere scattered, tear gas here and there.
Must they shoot? Because I always look at the side of policing in Nigeria here. When you want to settle matters, you still end up in adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah, but let's thank God. If they did not shoot, I think this thing would be more than this, because I was there. They were already attacking the police also, because the police were telling people stop. They were stopping them not to attack that journalist that came there. So because the journalist just came to the police the police standing there just to so that he would be rescued, but the police were telling them to stop, but they refused. So that's when the police started shooting up, spraying up, shooting tear gas. Then that's what caused everything.
Well, that's Nigerian football for us. Now let's talk about 3SC, the June fixtures. Now we heard about the last game against Remo Star. It went in the draw. So that was 1 point. Now 3SC, they will be playing on Wednesday. Okay, they're playing against Remo Star. They will be playing Dakada on Sunday. Yeah. And Uyo, Plateau United, it's Badan, Wiki Torres, Bauchi, and then Apia Warriors. And then the top first, Plateau United. Yeah. Plateau United.
Plateau United. We know where Plateau is now.
For the month of June, they just have only 2 home matches and 2 away matches. And they're playing against Wiki Torres and Apia Warriors. Would that be a survivor for 3SC?
To me, we don't, because I'm not in camp, we cannot really say with the motive. But with their match I watched that day against Remo Stars, I think these guys showed they are in ace to just get something for 3SC. But maybe because the referee, maybe the game was biased. So I think because they were just feeling, they were showing their aggression after the match. They were shouting at the referee, meeting the referee that this is not supposed to be done. But the game against Plateau, we know Plateau.
Should we just believe that's a dead match?
Well, thank God it is home match for Shooting Stars. But to me, Shooting Stars playing draws at home and losing outside away, I think this thing is not encouraging. They should just change their strategy, and I think something will be good for them. The match against Dakada also, they should just get us 3 points. I think that's what. Well, Dakada is at the 20th position. Yeah. So they should just get something for us and to make Ibadan fans happy again.
Okay, make us proud again. And it won't be nice if 3SC relegates.
Exactly. Nice. With what Shey Makinde has done,
it won't be nice.
Everything, a fine stadium, good stadium that he has made for the team,
and the support.
They got from fans, from everybody.
From the early game, I mean from their first game.
Match, yeah, first game they played. a lot of fans were there. So
because I was there in the I watched the first
I
match
was
at
there
Sadama
also.
Simba,
Yes.
and I saw a lot of crowd.
That's when it's
Yeah,
not
it
against
won't
Aqua
be
United.
it
Also.
won't be a joy to see 3SC relegated.
Exactly. I think the board too we know what is going on now. I think the general manager also we know they must all go, because I know if they go, I think it's that time to lose their job.
Okay, let's talk about the world of boxing as Anthony Joshua against Alexander Usyk. The match set to take place at Jeddah Superdome in Saudi Arabia, with the world heavyweight title fight reportedly is set to go down on July 23rd. I'm still talking about the world of boxing, and the hand revealed that the site deal for Alexander Usyk against Anthony Joshua has been agreed, but the fight is likely to postpone until mid-August. Boxing promoter talking about Andy Han has revealed that Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua has agreed on a side deal ahead of the eagerly anticipated rematch. The Matchroom Sports chairman has been teasing an official announcement for the week, but has unable to make it as the fight is not totally signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay, let's move from the world of boxing. Let's talk about Arsenal this morning. Arsenal are looking for the perfect replacement for their main striker after Aubameyang left to Barcelona, and also talking about Lacazette is also on the move to Olympique Lyon next season. And looking at the shortlist, for Arsenal striking, talking about the striking part. Assessing the 5 strikers on Arsenal shortlist, it's no more secret that Mikel Arteta wants to boost out his attacking option this summer, with Carib talking about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang having left in January, and also Alexander Lacazette soon to follow. Okay, talking about Gabriel Jesus, also on the shortlist, we have Tammy Abraham from AS Roma, and also we have Dominic Calvert-Lewin from Everton. Also, we have Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, and also Victor Osimhen from Napoli. Looking at all these players I listed, we have Victor Osimhen, Lautaro Martinez, we have Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we have Tammy Abraham, we have Gabriel Jesus. And then those are the shortlist for Arsenal in getting their strikers. And if you are to be the chairman, who we assessed for Gunners to sign?
Well, the listed players that you have listed, they are good players, because we know these guys to be a very agile striker and looking for goals.
Majority of them, even all of them, have tasted. Only Lautaro Martinez has not tasted Premier League before. We have Victor Osimhen. Okay, Victor Osimhen has not tasted Premier League before. That is 2 players. But talking about Tammy Abraham, he left Chelsea to AS Roma. And talking about Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we play for Everton in the Premier League. Talking about Gabriel Jesus is from Manchester City. And then the 3 players well known in the Premier League. And if you are to sign one, who will you sign for Arsenal?
Well, it's not a Nigerian issue, but to me, I would say they should sign Victor Osimhen, because we know Victor Osimhen to be a very agile striker who is always hungry to get goals and score. So they should just get Victor Osimhen, because this guy has not played in Premier League before, and this would be a very good challenge for him, because if he comes to Premier League, there'll be a lot of competitions for him, and Arsenal is a very big club that he can really get something going there.
And then to Arsenal, somehow 75 million euro.
And we also know Arsenal that they are very stingy. They don't buy the money. They don't get much players because of their money. So we don't know. Maybe they can just change their mentality or strategize a good thing to get good players, because it's really affecting them. After they sold Aubameyang, I think they lost everything up front. So we should just get a good striker, and Osimhen will be better.
Okay, let me just put you on the hot seat between Victor Osimhen and Tammy Abraham. Who could you choose?
Well,
We shouldn't be sentimental here because one is from Nigeria. Even both of them,
both
they are
of them
from
are from
Nigeria.
Nigeria, but one is playing
Playing
for
for
England.
you.
I will just say for Tammy Abraham, we know Roma will not leave him for now because this guy has done so really a very good job for them. So I think they should just consider Victor Osimhen because Tammy Abraham, Roma won't leave him for now.
Okay, talking about Victor Osimhen, from 27 matches he has played with Napoli, he has recorded 14 goals in Italy. Talking about Italian Serie A only, not all the total goals. He has 14 goals and 2 assists. And talking about Tammy Abraham, looking at the stats of Tammy Abraham in the in the Italian Serie A also, looking at his stats, he has recorded also 17 goals and 4 assists. I think there's nothing big difference between the Tammy Abraham and then Victor Osimhen.
Sure.
To me, I prefer Arsenal if they mean something next season. You know, Arsenal has been the Champions League since this man left as a winger. Now, I think their main dream is to return back to Champions League next season, and then they could just go out to cash in any of the player. If I would get in touch with them to tell them, okay, I want this player for you, I will assign Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Well, this guy is good too because we know Everton is really performing well in Everton, and we know where Everton is now. They really need players so that they can get.
He's also 25 years of age,
and he's young. Yeah, he's a young player. Well, it is up to Arsenal. it is their team because they should just know what next for them. All the best for them,
Okay, let's talk about PFA Players of the Year award. I don't have problem with Kevin De Bruyne. I don't have problem with Sadio Mane, Ronaldo, Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Harry Kane. The only problem I have is Emerson, who was left out after the players' nominees. And then looking at Emerson this season, he registered 23 goals without penalties.
It's part of the highest goal
without
scorer.
penalties.
Yeah.
23 goals without penalty. And then he was not nominated for the award. And then we have Kevin De Bruyne with 15 goals and 8 assists. Harry Kane with 17 goals and then 9 assists. Sadio Mane with 16 goals. We have Ronaldo with 8 goals and 3 assists. Mohamed Salah with 23 goals and 13 assists. Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool also.
Ugminson, so me too. I was surprised when I saw that Ugminson is not part. But let us just consider the list also. Who is not?
To me, if I should remove one player out of it, I would just remove Harry Kane. To me,
yes.
I would remove Harry Kane. It was coming to the end of the season before Harry Kane picked.
Yeah. And then Ugminson has been performing.
Even both of them are playing for Tottenham Hotspur. Yes. But one is playing consistently with Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
Harry Kane just pick in the middle of the season when the season is coming to an end before it starts barging in goals and then many assists. And then looking at it, and look, I think Harry Kane because of English born.
Maybe because English team, they cannot leave English player for an Asian man, which is South Korean man. So well, I think to me maybe it is vote. I think they voted for.
Who are those voting?
Yeah, the PFA now. It's the PFA that voted. So, and I think maybe the fans or those that are coordinating the Premier League exactly. But I think they are biased, because they chose an Englishman over an Asian man, which is Ugminson.
Well, that is it in the world of voting. Okay, let's talk about the most expensive flop player in the history. But I won't go to the century days. Let me just bring it to the normal, to the maybe 2020 to this time. Let me just talk about Philippe Coutinho, who moved from Liverpool to Barcelona. We have Eden Hazard, who moved from Chelsea to Real Madrid. And then we have Romelu Lukaku in 2017, who moved to Manchester United. It's a flop to me. I can say we have Kepa Arrizabalaga from Athletic Club to Chelsea. We have Alvaro Morata from Real Madrid to Chelsea in 2017. We have Nicolas Pepe from Arsenal, from Lille
Lyon
to
Chelsea,
Arsenal.
yeah.
Liconas Pepe in 2019. And also we have looking at we have Harry Maguire, the captain from Leicester to Manchester United in 2019. Okay, I've talked about Eden Hazard, Paul Pogba from Juventus to Manchester United in 2016, Ousmane Dembele from Dortmund to Barcelona 2017, Anthony Griezmann from Atletico Madrid to Barcelona 2019, and also I've talked about Philippe Coutinho. Who is the biggest flop?
To me, I would say it's Eden Hazard, because Eden Hazard is a very good, fantastic player in Chelsea, and when he gets to Real Madrid, he was down. Yeah, he was down. So,
what about Philippe Coutinho?
Philippe Coutinho still performed, even when he left Barcelona for Bayern Munich. He still performed, but we know Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard is not even in the first 11 as we speak.
Talking about Eden Hazard, nobody has met in his history in Premier League. Talking about
Chelsea,
dribbling.
yeah, when he was in Chelsea. So when he gets to Real Madrid, I think his name is not even in the first 11. Even to get individual award, is not even there. So Eden Hazard is the highest flop.
Highest flop. Yeah. What about Romelu Lukaku?
After
spending, I think Romelu Lukaku has spent 6 years in England, but couldn't fit to the playing styles of England.
But when he went to Inter Milan, I think he performed.
That is another league. How could a player spend 6 seasons in English Premier League and you could not fit into the games in English? Okay, now he's moving out of Chelsea by next season, on either on loan or the selling out.
I think Inter Milan has already getting him back on loan. So it is up to him.
Bayern Munich also is on it.
It is up to him. It is him that will decide his future for himself, because we cannot decide for him. So he's one that I would just prefer to go to any club that will fit him. Because I know Chelsea does not fit this guy. So he should just go and improve and get.
If at all he could not, he couldn't leave next summer. I think it will have a big problem with Thomas Tuchel.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about Manchester United, as we have told things also in the buildings with Manchester United fans. Now the new era has begun. As Neymar Jamatic, Edinson Cavani, Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, all out. Finally, Erik ten Hag has started removing the players that get wages and barely plays in the game. I think he want to just reform this team. Want to just get new players. I think that's what Erik ten Hag wanted to do, but he couldn't. That's why he said we have lazy players.
And normally we know Matic is very lazy. He's very lazy. So the guys that he has just moved out now, I think is a very good thing for him to start with Manchester United, because I think it will, now for him is just get players and be stable with them, because we know these people that are sent out now. If later on and it did not perform, that means it is up to him. But now that he has sent them away, the best thing for him now is just get new players and get them ready for the next season.
Even in the news, I saw one of the players also moving out. Is that no other Wan-Bissaka? He's also moving out.
Yes, we know Wan-Bissaka when after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left. I think.
According to what he said, he preferred Dalot either Wan-Bissaka.
We know Wan-Bissaka, who is a defender. Like he lacks something that. He's a very good defending, but I think his problem is attacking. He really moves too forward when attacking, but when defending is very good. And Manchester United loves someone that can attack and quickly come back. Somebody like Reece James now, we know this guy can attack and come back to defend. But for Wan-Bissaka, I think he lacks the ability, like the attacking mentality. He does not have it. So that's why some coaches will say, I don't want this guy.
Okay, let's talk about Chelsea. We have talked about Arsenal, we have talked about Manchester United. Let's talk about Chelsea. Ousmane Dembele links to Chelsea, and looking at the start of Ousmane Dembele for Barcelona, he was the highest assist with Karim Benzema also. Yes. But looking at the injury prone, when that affects Ousmane Dembele, and looking at the leagues, talking about La Liga and Premier League, it's a different ball game.
Yeah,
it's different.
But we can see after Xavi came into Barcelona, I think this guy has really improved and overcome the injury worries. So him getting to Chelsea, I know because Thomas Tuchel himself knows him very well.
From Borussia Dortmund.
He's his player. So I think he will have to just tell him this are what to do, this is what to do, this is England, which is different from the other leagues that you have been playing. So I think he will adapt, but I just so he will not get injury.
Okay, compared to Pulisic. Compare Ousmane Dembele to Pulisic.
Well, let me say Pulisic is a dribbler
because I know
that is very good.
If Ousmane Dembele comes in, Pulisic will be out.
Sure, because Pulisic is someone that he can play, but I think he does not have the strength. Even if we see during, let me say, when he started dribbling players, I think he always fall very well. That they do commit on time, but we know Ousmane Dembele that is a very strong winger that can dribble and score. So I think it's a very good addition. He has pace also, yeah. So it's a very good addition coming to Chelsea.
Okay, Liverpool, let's talk about Sadio Mane. Will be joining. Okay, someone said Karim Adeyemi, well, I think from Salzburg, said it will be a bad time for Sadio Mane if he joined Bundesliga team.
Yes. Joining a league that is not up to Premier League. We know, but Sadio Mane, I think he knows what's next for him. Maybe he does not.
Sadio Mane is earning around £100 million with Liverpool.
He wants to increase his wages that he's collecting. I know, because he knows what is best for him. So we cannot just decide for him. But best thing is just to still stay in England, stay with Liverpool, stay with Jurgen Klopp.
But he has to decide.
So there's nothing we can do to it. All the best for him if he leaves here.
Okay, let's look at the game that will be going on in the week. Talking about we have UEFA Nations League Group 1, Croatia against Australia, France against Denmark. In the Group 4, we have Belgium against Netherlands. And thank God, Romelu Lukaku, the sharpest striker in the world, is back to training. Okay, Kazakhstan against Azerbaijan, Belarus against Slovakia. We have in the group, in the League D, Group E1, we have Latvia against Andorra, Liechtenstein against Moldova. Okay, yesterday, Nigeria played against Ecuador. And they lost against Ecuador. Is that another surprise?
It's a big
of new coach.
Well, to me, Jose Pasiro, I think maybe because he's just getting to know the players, and not all the players
and up
is
next,
in camp.
They're playing for the AFCON qualifier.
But to me, they should just try and improve, because watching Super Eagles losing in and out everywhere, I think it's not a very good thing. It's a very bad thing, because Ecuador is not a big team that can just beat Nigeria, Super Eagles like that. So, well, all the best for them. Nigeria should just try.
I think there's nothing big difference between them. Looking at the ranking, Nigeria is on the 30th, while Ecuador is on the 46th.
But Nigeria should just try better, because they lost against these people. These Mexican people. Again, they still lost 2 friendlies, two matches that this man has just done for us. He lost. So it's not a very good thing to start his job. It's not a very good thing to start the job at all.
Okay, all the best for Nigeria in the AFCON qualifier. And so, looking at the game, they're playing their next game in the AFCON qualifier
against
Sao Tome and
Principe.
Yes.
Sao Tome and Principe. Well, Nigeria will beat them. Even if they just prove stubborn, Nigeria will beat them, because this team is not a better team that can beat the best in Africa. Well, all the best for Nigeria. Even if they like, they should play rubbish.
No, they have cancelled it. They will be playing against Sierra Leone. Yeah.
That's we breaking currently. Yeah. Oh,
because you know what's happened, and then they'll be playing against Sierra Leone. Their next match is against Sierra Leone, not Sao Tome again.
Wow.
Sierra Leone. So all the best for Super Eagles in their next match. Okay, that will be the end of the show this afternoon, because it's 12:01 p.m. for the Nigerian side, and so that will be Monday again to join us in the world of sport to talk about the latest transfer updates, transfer rumor, and then Kylian Mbappe issues.
It's not a god now.
It's not a god.
It's
not a god to Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah.
And he said, he came out yesterday, he denied, I did not say that I want 14 players out, including Mauricio Pochettino. That's it.
It is what it is, because it is PSG that has put him above every other person in PSG. So even if they face another team, all the best for them, because they started it.
If I am Mbappe, I will say Lionel Messi. Go and watch that car for me. Okay, that'll be the end of the show today in the World of Sport. Okay, 10 to Daniel Oriloye. And also, I have Tosin of Manchester United. It's also in the building. Okay, it's Monday to join us again in the World of Sport. I remain Kenny at the Clan of Sport. Signing out. Have a lovely weekend. We're out of the studio. When you talk about music,
girl, I know fit wait. Give me fire, make it blaze, make it blaze.
Sport is show.
Oh my God, an insane goal! I've just seen the most insane goal I have ever seen on a football pitch.
Programs Nko e plenty news and current affairs. Everything is in one.
Brightness Radio. Express